Recording in progress.
Hello, everyone. I hope I'm audible and visible and my screen also visible.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's all good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah. Get started with our day 2.
Rajinikanth, your voice is bit late, bit low.
Is it? Is it okay now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now? Maybe now. I guess it will be okay.
Yeah.
A little bit tired, sir, because of work. Okay. Eventually, when we get into the class, automatically voice will go little peak. So day 2 in the last class, in the day 1, we actually discussed about the course, what we are going to learn and how it is going to help, and the differences between ML, LLM, AI, like this we have discussed, right? Like what exactly this LLM ops we need to learn and what it will be, MLOps, what it will be, DevOps, what it will be, and AI agents. And I also like given some answers to the like questions who were having their career questions and all, how it will be helpful to you all. So yeah, and anyone who joined newly today, if you are missing, this recorded video is already available in the YouTube, and just please go and watch it. My channel is, if you type Rajinikanth Vadla, automatically it will open. So just please go to that channel and see in the live section. It will be visible over there. If not, just please message me on the WhatsApp. My AI agent will give you the link, and you can read means go through the video there. Okay, what we are going to learn in day 2. Sir, I'm not going to do any again theoretical part and all. So let's get into the topic only, because as this much long syllabus is there, so I have to start it from the day 2nd only itself. Now we are going to discuss on the environmental setup, like what prerequisites. I know many of you from the not this development background, and many of you not from the DevOps background, and few of us still at fresher level, and few are 2 years, 1 year, 7 years, up to we have 20 years people. So keeping everyone in the mind, so I'm starting from the very scratch, and little bit we will increase the pace. So day 2nd today, what I would like to cover is our local tools and setup, because whatever I teach today, maybe tomorrow, if these things are not with you, you cannot practice. Again, you end up with the questions, how can I install that? How can I install that? Or how can I configure that? Maybe some of you not, you know, but even not, don't know how to set up. The primary things in everyone's laptop, it should be there. If you have everyone laptop with you, sir, please log in your class in the laptop only. If you're having laptop, so good. If you're having monitor, just please connect the monitor. One side run a class and one side do the practice along with me. It's more helpful to you. So I would recommend like that, because you will not switching between the screens and you will not get disturbed every time while I'm doing the steps and all. It will be very easy for you to do at a time with me the lab. And you can ask at the same point of time only question to me, or you can share the screen and ask me. I will clear the doubt at that point only. It will be very easy learning for you all. So that is the thing. So we can practice like that. Eventually, when you are okay and good, okay, you can do practice on your own later onwards. First, local tools and setup. What everyone's laptop need to be have is okay. Whatever 8 GB RAM, 16 GB RAM, or 32 GB RAM is fine. At least I recommend 8 GB to 16 GB RAM, minimum 1 TB SSD storage at least. 512 SSD also okay. And chip can be anything like Intel or Ryzen, fine. If you're having that laptop is enough. First tool we need to install is Git. So Git means there's a Git bash and GitHub. Why I'm telling Git bash and GitHub is as a software engineer, this is must. Git bash and GitHub is must and should we need to know about this. Without this, whatever the work you're doing, sir, any software engineer into the AML platform side, zero meaning. You can't do anything without this. Yes, there are other similar tools are there, but at the starting point, we need to learn GitHub and Git bash, and then we can go with GitLab also. We can also try Bitbucket, Deadmines, and many other also there with bigger companies are using for their bigger workflows. But most of the times, if you go to the companies, 70%, I would say 60 to 70% GitHub and GitLab only will be used. At 10 years back, if you see, everyone is using Atlassian Shoot tools, which is Bitbucket. Atlassian is a company. Inside we have many tools like Confluence, Jira, and Bitbucket. Like that, they have big number of tools. So one of it is Bitbucket, which is SVN. We call SVN VCS, version control system. GitHub is a VCS now, and distributed version control system. We say that D, distributed version control system, DVCS. So this is a main one we need to know. For that, we need to install Git bash. So we need to go to Google, search Git bash download, click this. This is a link, and according to your operating system, Mac OS, Linux, Windows, just download it. So let me also maintain. So first one is Git sir. I will rewrite the notes again. Okay. Git bash. Bash. So this is a URL, and also create GitHub account. Why I'm telling from the day first we're learning DevOps, we'll go with the GitHub only. Okay. GitHub account.
Rajni, sorry to disturb here,
Yep.
but when we are going to cover that basic Python and all?
Sir, after
Means
some DevOps,
why
sir.
I'm asking like okay, because why I'm asking like I need to understand the sequence what we are going to learn first.
Yeah, yeah. So in sequence only we are going. See,
Mhm.
without this, if I directly take you to the Python and I'm writing and I wanted to save the code,
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
will
understood.
not recommend to save the code in local. The piece of code you are writing, do a standard process. we have to push somewhere, where in GitHub only. So GitHub is the only source of point where our life will be revolving around. So we have to put each piece of work in a GitHub only. Your notes, your wikis, your code, your working flow, your diagram, everything keep it in a GitHub only, sir. Because tomorrow when you wanted to show your profile, how you will show your profile? My profile is this one, sir. Now I have like this 3 4 GitHub account, but for for this from few classes I was maintaining this account I actively. So this is my profile. If you come to me and see, I have no, you can see all my stats in the GitHub and multiple repositories here. It's a quick thing for me to show you anything. If you ask something, I can show you easily because I have all the repositories with me. So that's why you can save your work where in GitHub only. So that's why first I will teach these tools and basics, and then I'll go to the Python after DevOps, sir, not before DevOps. After DevOps, I'll go to the Python. Why I'm
Okay.
going to the Python after DevOps means you will be having all foundational knowledge by that time. So Python make, by learning the Python, it will be very easy for you. If in the starting only I'll tell the Python like this packages we need to create and push the code, run the pipeline, and with the Python piece of code I'm doing, then so you'll be get confused a little bit. So I don't want to create the confusion. I'll just take in a very smaller baby steps first.
Sure, sure. Thank you.
Yeah. So first one's a Git bash and GitHub account. So please go to github.com and create your account. So creating your account, it is just uh, it will take 5 minutes, 3 minutes to 5 minutes only. It will not take much time. Give you enter your mail ID and then it will ask the OTP. Just give the OTP from your Gmail ID. That's it. It will create. So I need to give this knowledge first after you creating. Let's do in the next class or next class. And you need to must install Docker desktop in your system. So please go to Docker desktop, download. Click on this, download it first, sir. Download in your system and install it. This is mandatory. And VS Code. VS Code download. Download the VS Code also, sir. Because entire work we are going to do in the VS Code only. And cursor. Download cursor also.
What is this cursor used for?
Cursor is the same ID like a VS Code, but
Okay.
it have good models with it.
Okay.
So it is an agents models there, GPT-4, GPT-5, and cloud. All the models will be integrated, and Cursor is a very fantastic at the code writing. VS Code will be only using GitHub Copilot, but it is not that so good. At code practice and all, it is good, but Cursor is having AI intelligences. It is good. So I would recommend instead VS Code practice will start with the Cursor practice after few classes. So in every company now, Cursor is a mandatory thing. So whatever companies are pushing, that one only we need to learn. In alternative way, there are some JetBrains. JetBrain IDs are there, PyCharm like that. It's up to you which one you find good. But I recommend that VS Code and Cursor only. And after this, VS Code, Cursor, and you should also install some of the packages here I will show. First, you need to download and then we have to install some of the plugins for it. And then go and create an account in killer coda. Sorry, download Python. Latest version only download, sir. Don't go for the old version. And then killer coda. Okay. Create your account here also. So these are the mandatory things and collab account.
On that killer code also, we have to create our account only, right?
Yes. Google collab. This one. Need to also create Google collab. And Kaggle. So these are mandatory. If you are in your system, sometimes some systems are not having WSL. Please install WSL in your system, sir. If you're not done that, WSL install. Okay, Windows 11. You need to install WSL. It is must. This is must, sir. Okay. If not, Docker will not work and your Git bash also will not work and it will not support your Linux commands. So in order to practice the Linux in your system, you need to install WSL. Otherwise, it will be hard to you. And then, so this is a setup. Just install it. Keep it aside because we are again going to touch in every class. Okay. Just give me a 1 minute.
Even for Mac also you need WSL.
Just 1 minute, sir. Someone is knocking my door. Sorry. Yeah. So someone is asking some question. I didn't heard.
I mean, for Mac also, WSL is required.
No, in Mac, I guess it's by default installed. So you don't need it. It is
Correct.
support for Linux.
Okay. So the terminal, we can use that Linux commands too.
Right.
Sir, what is the killer code?
So Killer Code is our DevOps platform where we can practice Docker, Kubernetes, GitOps things.
Okay, sir.
And now CL.
Rajnikant, could you please share these links over the chat?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Public. Yeah, here you can. So CLI tools. We'll come to the CLI tools accordingly accounts. Okay. So first, when you install the Git bash and when you install the VS Code, these two are mandatory. Git bash, GitHub, VS Code, and Python, these are mandatory, sir. So your VS Code should look like this. Okay, let me open terminal. So what you do, example, I'll just go to this area, sir. Okay. So what you do, click the right click here, you can able to see open terminal, or here also you can type here also you can type terminal. Okay, when you do enter, it automatically opens the terminal, or CMD, it will automatically open. In Windows, instead of the CMD, open terminal, sir. Open terminal. Open the terminal. When you open the terminal, just Git bash will not by default integrate here. And opening a Git bash separate interface will be always a headache for you. When you see this right side, this drop down, it is showing this many profiles. And this is my profile right now, which is AML profile. So I will pass the settings, sir. So please use that settings. When I say open JSON, so it will open here. So this is a script I will pass in the classroom. Use this in the classroom. Use this in your terminal settings. So automatically it will open Git bash here. Now this is a Git bash to me. This is Git bash, but in your case, it is a PowerShell. In your case, it is a PowerShell. So every time you're opening Git bash, you will see a lot of difficulties over there. So that's the problem. So I'll share this file and you can enable that one. Then next, okay, whenever you wanted to create any project, right now I wanted to start with VS Code only, VS Code environment setup. First, I will say the local environment setup, terminal is done. Okay, terminal is done. Terminal I need to set up. Second thing, once the terminal is set up, I need to install some IDE, which is VS Code is a mandatory thing. Once I install the VS Code, you just go to in the left side, extension section, click here, install all the extensions which I'm going to list here, sir. It's mandatory because it will save your energy. VS Code extensions. Okay. Docker, YAML, Kubernetes, Python, and what else? Eh, Jupyter Notebook. Forgot. Jupyter Notebook 1. Okay. You have to install these are
Rajnikant, if you don't mind, can you please show that one more time, that terminal setting?
okay.
What we have
So
to do there?
we go here, this right side, this one, settings, and here open JSON. When you open JSON, it will automatically open in, it will ask you like, where should I open this? With Notepad, with VS Code, any Word or anything it will. So select VS Code, sir. When you select the VS Code, I will give this script, whichever the script that you are seeing here, I will give this script exactly copy and paste. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So that's the thing. When I if I go to my example here, it will be there, show more things. I went to my desktop and show more thing. It is asking me open git GUI here or open git bash here. When I click on this, it will open a separate file. See, a separate file. Typing the separate file, you will not having multiple tabs. It will be very hard to you. And copy paste will not happen here. You need to always right click and do the copy and paste. So that is the issue with the git bash when you want to work. So that's why I'm telling you can use like this with a file. So it will be easy for us. Okay. And so these are the mandatory extensions that we need to install: YML, Python, Jupyter, and Docker and Kubernetes. Once we have installed, and I need to see in VS Code, here you can see, sir, this option. When you click on this option, the terminal will close. When you click on this option, the terminal will open. So this is the terminal. When you click on here, it should be bash. Don't select PowerShell. It should be bash. Here, new terminal. So it comes with a bash only. So bash will give you more freedom of running the Linux commands. Whether your PowerShell will not give you that. In Mac, sir, install ZSH or item and ZSH. Oh my gosh, ZSH will be there. So install this or item terminal. For Mac, this one. Item 2 terminal, install this, sir. It's more good. It will give you more comfortable to run the Linux commands, Git commands, kubectl commands, Docker commands, Python things, running a programs, and AWS CLI commands, Azure CLI commands, Google CLI commands. And when we are dealing with the Kubernetes, we mostly run kubectl commands to deploy the things. Okay. So it will be more comfortable in your Mac. Run this item, sir. For Windows, git bash. Okay. Now, when I went to the VS Code, if you see here, so I can able to open my terminal like this. And after this setup is done, after your VS Code setup is done, so please create your GitHub account, sir. I'm telling now also you can create your GitHub account. If you create your GitHub account now, with this GitHub account, you have to connect to your VS Code. Maybe let me open my pen. So here, settings, here just click on it, sir. When you click on it, it will ask you to log in. So just log in with your account, which is nothing but your GitHub account. Once you have logged in with your GitHub account, we have to set up some Git commands to pull and push your code. Pull and push your code. So this is a basic requirement, sir, we need to do. This is mandatory. You're whatever, you're already having the setup, well and good. If you're not having the setup, please do this, sir, because DevOps things, data engineering things which we are going to do in the next are mandatorily need these things. Otherwise, you'll having a lot of questions and setup errors. You have to put the time under the setups only. So these are the minimum basic things we need to have in our laptop. Is everyone good, sir, up to here?
Sir, for the GitHub integration, so what is that option it will show? Because in the setting, and I don't see any login option there.
Can you tell me what option it is showing over there? It will say you
Yes, setting sync, it is saying a setting sync is on.
means you already connected with your GitHub.
Okay, okay.
See, for me also setting sync is on. Yeah, I'm already connected with it with the VS Code.
Okay.
So you mean we have to log into GitHub account at the same time?
Exactly. So you have to connect. It will be an option show to you that sign in. Click on the sign in. It will take you to the browser, and you have to connect with the
Mhm.
GitHub. Okay. So that one is mandatory. Even if you ask a question, sir, without this, will it not be work? It works. It works. Okay. So these are the tools and VS Code extensions that is mandatory, sir, that we need to find. Why I'm telling this Python and all this GitHub accounts is our life is around these tools only. Okay,
And
sir.
Rajini, I just want to know. So
Mhm.
you said you will be covering some kind of data engineering concepts, like
Right.
what are those, if you don't mind?
So data engineering concepts in the sense, so we have a different source to collect the data requirement. When any organization is collecting a data from the different sources, what they do, the ELT process, ETL process. I will give that foundational knowledge on the ELT ETL process, and then data engineering means. So when you take from the different sources, how you form your data in the organization, like silver, gold, platinum data, we will divide, right, sir? So at what point, why we are calling the data as that label? And if any data took by a data engineering team, what is this task? What they'll do in the organization? If any one of you here as a data engineer, just please let me know what you will do at the organization. There are different tasks to you. You might be converting the data, or you might be removing the different unnecessary data, or you might be creating a meaningful data by doing an outliners and one code encoding and all these things. Maybe data science team is asking something. Do you have to prepare the data for the particular project? You're preparing that data. Might be your managers or your CEO leaves or business requirements are there. You need to give or ingest the data for that particular project. Who is creating that? You are the person creating that. On which platform? Maybe a Databricks, maybe a Glue Jobs, or maybe a warehouses, or maybe where Snowflakes, or maybe on the Airflow also. So you will be using all these tools. By using these tools, how you will flow the data in your organization. And for our MLOps project, data engineering team has to give us some data. In order to do some training to our ML model, they need to give some data, right? We are the not person who will directly go and take the data. There is a team. Separately, there is a team, data engineering team. So they'll work on 10 areas, 10 places. When they're working on 10 places, from the few sources, we need data for our ML training. Or maybe we are asking newly, pull the data So they'll pull the data for us. We can ingest the data and to do the training. So that area I will explain you, sir. How we will, example, I wanted to take some data from an API. Okay. Data engineering team will take that, they'll write the jobs, everything, and they'll pull the data, then put it into the one place. From that place, we might ask the teams, hey, can you people please do the feature engineering also? Or we as a team, we will do our own feature engineering, maybe data science team asks them that can you do this such kind of things like feature engineering things and give us some data, or maybe they are asking to can you finalize one data and keep it in at one store. So from there we will take that data, maybe AWS S3, blob storage, maybe snowflakes. So somewhere we will give source and destination, so data engineering team will pull the data and put it over there, like by doing this feature engineering, maybe one hot encoding things or normalization, outliners. So there are techniques are there. With the techniques, they can also do, or maybe a data science engineer can also do that. It depends. So mostly it is a data science job, but still data engineering can also do that. In most of the companies, data engineering person is also supporting machine learning models because he's having more context. No need of an ML engineer sometimes. Data engineer can also do some sort of training with a model, normal small models, and they can achieve the task. So most of the companies are not hiring ML because they have very less requirement with an ML. So data engineer person can do that. Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you will be covering like some basics of Airflow or Databricks kind.
Exactly. I'll be
Okay.
also showing Databricks services, what are all there, Unity catalog, okay, Feast, all those things, and also the techniques of the data movement from this, the point where we are collecting the data from the different sources until the training point of the ML model.
Okay.
Okay, and in between
Thanks.
this ETL things will be also involved. ETL means ETL and ELT, like extract raw data, transform into usable formats, then we will load the databases. So this all techniques I will tell you, sir.
Okay, I feel this course is a bunch of combination of mixed fields like cloud, DevOps, data engineering, and AI.
It's completely, as I said, ops. You are completely with the platform and ops. On the DevOps, ML, data side, I'm not covering that much. So data ops kind of thing. Data ops is again a combination of operations and data. So it's little bit too technical. So I'll be only covering the data engineering things, how much an AI ML side is needed. That means requirement gatherings, data gathering, transforming the data, converting the data into our business needs. That's it. Maybe example, we have a multiple data warehouses. Maybe Snowflake is there, Amazon Redshift is there, data lakes are there, factory is there. So from those points, we can request the team that we want this kind of data from these sources. So there would be a team to work for you. You need to guide them, or maybe any errors comes, you need to involve with them and sort it out. So you need to have some knowledge, right, sir? Without that knowledge, it will be very difficult to you. So you cannot ask them what you need, and they cannot give you what you need.
Yeah, understood. Thanks.
Yeah. So where am I? Yeah. So for data things also, like collecting from the different sources, maybe an API, maybe scraping or a crawling, putting into a data or converting, extracting the things, I will tell you. And second thing is anything that kind of activities we are doing under the hood, what we need is in our laptop, we need to set up some sort of environment. Which environment means VS Code environment only. Okay, or cursor environment kind of thing only. We need to set up. Okay, the VS Code. So once you have connected with your GitHub, sir, once you have GitHub account, please connect this. This is our first point. Now I'm coming to directly to GitHub. And after DevOps, we will go with the ML, AI, differentiations, what is the learning levels, supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforced learning, and all those things we will discuss that point, sir. Now discussing that is again that time we have to repeat again. So what I'm telling is, let's keep it like that only. To make you ready for understanding AML things, let me prepare you on this area, foundational area. I will again teach you when we are going to start ML data things. I will teach the data format, data structures, data sets, everything. At ML, again, this kind of ML types and AI types. We have different AI types and ML types and algorithms also, like deep learning and all. Okay, RNN, CNN, everything I will teach. But now learning is no point. Let's wait for some time, 10 or 15 days. Then I will teach that by taking only we are going to discuss regarding them only. We no need to discuss again to this foundational knowledges. So we will keep directly our stuff into the foundational knowledge now, understanding the platform, DevOps thing, and then we will go to the ML and AI in a deep dive manner. Okay. I can sense most of you like this is a day second only, not teaching AI ML. He is directly telling DevOps. Yes, sir. This is the way. I have to take you with the baby steps. That is only my intention. Is all good, sir? Can we start like this, or should you want me to teach AML now? With definitions, basics, and mixing up the DevOps and AML. Let's speak out, sir. I want interactive.
So Rajni Pikludi said, so you should go from scratch.
Yeah.
I think it's good only. I understand. I also went through the detail of the course. So DevOps will be the first one. I think we should be good.
Yeah, we are also
I
due to
understand. Yeah, someone might be expert in DevOps. I understand. So yeah, but just maybe for them it can be different case. But it's good only, isn't it?
better to
At
start
least
from scratch, sir.
Yeah.
yeah, starting from.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Because if I start, since the course is named as MLAI, I see from old batches also like you are teaching DevOps in the first, but same before this is a learning path, right? Everywhere. So we have to learn some basics. So why I'm telling the DevOps means, sir, any job you take, just show me all the job descriptions in Naukri, LinkedIn, everywhere of AIML. If you are not finding DevOps word, just tell me, sir. Any one keyword you are not seeing DevOps keyword from the JD. It is must mandatory. Okay, we need to have that skill. That is mandatory. Okay, now in the DevOps, what should I understand? In the first case, why I have to learn some of the tools in the DevOps area. When I say DevOps, DevOps, development plus operations, people will say this is the definition. Some people will say it is a continuous integration, continuous delivery, continuous monitoring, continuous testing, like this. But actually, this is a method, a culture, a practice of integrating the multiple tools to do an automation. Actually, so that is the DevOps on top of agile process. Top of agile process. In every DevOps project, which board you using, sir? Kanban board or agile board only, right? Sprint, scrums, retrospective, all things will come into your agile only. So DevOps is not like sticking to that process of your ITIL things. DevOps is a culture or a practice. Your agile thing is such like that. It's including into your ITIL side and as well as a sequence of process in an organization work. And you will be having a different board like Kanban and Agile boards like this. Okay, there are 4 types. Okay, understanding this, what my DevOps helps in the organization. So first, before I'm going to DevOps, sir, before I'm going to DevOps, I need to make you understand on some scratch thing of application development. Okay, application development means what? Sir, I would be having a server. First server. In LLMs also we're going to see GPU server, CPU server, and right? So this is my server, sir. This is actually my server. How real-time server will look like? It look like your box. Yeah, this is a servers. So these are the servers, real-time servers. When you get a chance to go to data center, it would be more good. If anyone having the chance, don't miss it, sir. So this is my server. Okay. In this server, I do have laptop also. Okay. Right side, I'll keep laptop. This is my laptop. Sir, I want to develop a website, sir. I want to develop a website. Okay. A website like this. Sir, this is real-time use case I'm talking. Just anyone knows, sir, please answer me when I ask some questions. So others will be easy for others to understand. It's a knowledge sharing, sir. It's not like something a school kind of thing. Just knowledge sharing. User. So I have a user here. Okay. Who is this user? This user is a developer. Okay. And I have one more user who is using this website. The guy who is using this website. This is my end user. Technically we call end user. End user means the guy who is using laptop or a mobile. We call him as a end user. And this is a website. So how this website will be working? Like www.abc.com. So this is a DNS, sir. This is a DNS. Okay. So when you user type in the Chrome, automatically this will open. This is the requirement. This is a business requirement for me. So what I will be doing, as I'm a person, I will find a guy from the Upwork or Fever, or maybe from the online, like me, from the TopMate, like me. I'll find a person who is a developer and I'll give him a requirement that I want to create a website. Can you create for me? So he is a developer. He is a developer, sir. So what this developer will be doing, so this developer will write the code where, sir? He'll write the code into his local laptop. Right? Into his laptop. Where he will be running this code in local laptop, he will run the code. Okay, where he can check? He can only check in the local whether the application is working or not with what? Localhost colon 8080. Right? Localhost colon 8080. By running this in the browser, he can check whether it is working properly or design is properly in the Chrome browser or not. Fine. Once this is satisfied by me, like I'm a customer, right? I'm okay. I found this developer design is so good. What is the next point? Where this developer has to deploy. So we can't forward all end users to his laptop, right? His laptop is personal. The code is in the personal laptop. But I want to take over that code. I want to deploy this for the wide range of people, like in India, international. So where should I deploy, sir, that one? Where should I deploy this piece of code? This piece of code is a
Cloud.
Java code or a PHP code. Where should I deploy this, sir?
Into the server.
Yeah, we
Server.
have to deploy into the cloud by
Okay.
creating the server.
Okay. So ultimately, I need server. Now, what is mean by server, sir? Our laptop also server only, actually. A laptop also server. But this is a small server, a small compute engine. The server is actually only for the compute purpose. So take this server as this box. So this box is a very bare metal server. We use this technical term, which is nothing has done on the server. It's a very new, no installations, nothing. The box is like that. The new box, we call it as a bare metal server. Okay. So on the bare metal server, first, what it will be there? It will be there compute, sir. Compute. That means you'll be configuring your CPU, you're configuring your memory, and your chip. Everything you will keep it here. All this your hardware system, right? CPU memory is not attaching to your operating system and all. So on top of this, you will run your operating systems. Top of this, we will be running our operating system, which is Windows, Linux, Mac, RHEL, or Debian, Ubuntu, SUSE, and Parrot. Many are there operating systems like this. So you are going to run operating system on this server. So as I said, laptop also server. Yes, on that laptop also you can install Mac. You can install Linux. You can install Ubuntu. So when you are going to buy this laptop to a Reliance store and you have selected that demo piece, and then you said that I wanted to take this laptop, is that store guy will give you the demo laptop to you? No. He will go inside to the storage area and he will bring a brand new laptop and he will open in front of you and he will connect one USB card and then he will boot the image, OS image. So until that laptop is a server, nothing there inside. It's a compute engine is there, compute process there. On top of the compute, whatever you install, it works. But your operating system is a matter here. If you are installing the Mac operating system, it is not enough because it's mounting points, it's processing. It will take more processing on your compute. So your laptop, Windows laptop things are very small things, right? These are all not support for that operating system. That's why you're not able to do that. But you can install Linux, you can install Ubuntu. It works. The minimum operating system, it works. So operating system will come on top of compute. On this top, there will be some file system and all, and then you will be running your application. Here is the application. Okay, here is the application. Here will run application, sir. This is my server. This code I will deploy here into this server. How should I deploy this? How should I deploy this into this server? That means every server will be having one unique IP address, sir. What is mean by IP? Internet protocol. We might know that IPv4 192.168.1.1. You all might be seen this IP address like this. There are two types of IP address. One is public IP address, one is private IP address. Two things. So public IP address and private IP address. So I wanted to call this server. The server should have one name. What is that name? IP address. And then you can create a host name. So from my laptop, in order to deploy this code, I need to connect to this server. How should I connect, sir? I should connect through the network only. Through the network. Okay. So network means the combination of 2-3 devices, networking devices. If you're having 3-4 laptops at one area, you connected with certain protocols. That means that is a network. That is a network. Now in this server, sir, everything right now you are seeing, everything in the IT world, everything is deployed on the server. Nothing is serverless. People will say there's a serverless technology. No, under the layer it is a server only. But they will say serverless. Why? They are avoiding your efforts over there. That means you no need to worry about CPU. You no need to worry about memory. You no need to worry about the power. You no need to worry about the AC or the process or the file system. No, you are not touching those points. Somebody will take care that points like AWS cloud, Azure cloud, IBM cloud. So someone will take care of the things. So he is telling you serverless, like ready-made cloths. Serverless, they are telling to you, but it is not a serverless technology. Under the hood, there is a server. It's mandatory. Without that, nothing will run. So servers is mandatory, sir. Everywhere you go, anywhere you go, server is the under the layer. Okay. In order to communicate over the network, IP address is mandatory. Without an IP address, you cannot make communication any of the devices over the internet. It's impossible. There are layer 3, layer 2 technologies, layer 2 things are also there, but still you need IP address mandatory. Okay. So from my laptop, I wanted to connect to the server and deploy my Java code. So I need to connect to this server. How should I connect to this server? How should I connect to the server? So there are certain protocols there, sir. There are certain protocols. Protocols means, example, you are the person when you are talking with a prime minister, you have some, your mind already give you some sort of protocol to you. Oh, we should behave like this in this environment. We should talk to a person like this. Your mind is automatically set that protocol to you. When you're talking with your friend, there's a different protocol. When you're talking with your father or brother, there's different protocol. Means your mind is automatically adapt to that, and it will create that the communication protocol to you. Similar way, one network device to another network device, it's not a humans, right? So it's a missions. As a human being, we are scientists. We decided a protocol how to communicate and via what road it has to communicate. So from laptop to server, you can communicate via SSH protocol, which is 22 port number, and telnet protocol is 21 port number. So if you wanted to connect this application, laptop to server, you're connecting to this protocol, but to the application, how you will connect? You will connect through HTTP or HTTPS protocol. Connecting to server is different. Connecting to the app is different. You want to use the app. You want to use the app, HTTP, HTTPS. When you want to connect to the server and do some configurations, you need to connect to SSH and Telnet. So these are the protocols that has been set already. We have to use it. There is no other way. It is mandatory. No, there is no other way to escape from these things. Any organization, anywhere, anyone you ask, they will connect like this. From laptop to server. Okay, I have moved my code here. I have deployed the Java code here. And now it is accessible through the HTTPS in the web. In the web, like www.abc.com. www.abc.com. That's fine. So this is again a one protocol, www.abc.com. It's a 53 DNS protocol. So for every protocol, we have a number. So from this server, when you are exposing this, from this server, when you are exposing this, you will be exposing through the IP address only, sir. Without IP address, nothing will work. In the internet, nothing will work without an IP address. So with IP address, which IP address? Public IP address only, we will be exposing this application to the end users. Now we need to understand about the core network part, sir. So everyone clear up to here, sir? You understand what is the underlay things?
Yes.
Any question, anything you not understand here? You have any new point to add here?
Yeah, looks good, Rajinikanth. Let's proceed.
Okay, fine. So this is the basic thing, sir, that every developer or every engineer, DevOps engineer will do. Some way, some point you will touch these things. Okay. Now I need to understand the IP address and networking thing. So everything in the databases only, sir. Sorry, data centers. Why I'm telling you are going to be an AI engineer, might be you're going to deal the data centers also. Okay. This is my data center. You might heard about the two terminologies, DC, DR. What are these two terms, sir?
Data recovery, data center.
Yeah. So these two are any company that they are not rely directly on one single data center. Because if this one single data center is had a fire accident or maybe floods or maybe any environmental hazard happen, this will be collapsed. So you will be not having data recovery. So for that case, you will be maintaining one another data center in a very long gap, 100 kilometers away, 200 kilometers away, maybe different country also, different state also. You will maintain one more data center like this. When you maintain a data centers, two data centers, you need to connect these two data centers. How these two data centers privately connect without leaking? Are small applications only getting hacked, but why this big company Amazon, Netflix data centers are not getting hacked? So in between, there will be a network. Let me explain with India map. Submarine. So there will be a tower, sir. Okay, you will connect to the towers. Okay. So this is a example I'm telling. Sorry if you are in other country. Okay. You can see, sir, there are some points. So this is Mumbai point, and this is Chennai point, this is Kochi point, and this is Delhi point, and Ahmedabad point. There are some points there. So over the sea, there will be some cables. So everywhere your internet is cable. Your wireless thing is only for certain distance only. It is not for the long distance. Everything is wired. So from your oceans, there are some submarine cables. With that only your internet is passing across the world. Whenever you are sending any message from one country to another country, you might facing some latency, right? So why means it is switching the path. Example, I'm sitting here in the Hyderabad and I would like to message the person who is in the Tajikistan or the Saudi Arabia. So it will go from the Mumbai pass. If Mumbai is down and it is not, then my message will come back and go from the Kochi side. Or it will not, then it will go from the Chennai side. That means it will take long time to reach that guy. So this is a network flow. So between your DC and DR, when you are performing, you will be checking this RPO, RTO also, data loss things and data recovery point things. Anyone perform, sir? Anyone perform DR-DC activity?
Yeah, I did it many times.
Yes, sir. So you will
Yeah,
be,
we perform.
yeah. Could you please share some details, sir, here? Would be very helpful for them, like you did in a real time.
Yeah, basically what happens, everyone here, right?
Hmm?
I usually work in a bank projects, right? So bank system has all of their data centers, right?
Hmm.
I think ICICI has it in Mumbai
Hmm.
and somewhere in Chennai as well.
Hmm.
So whatever Rajinikanth explained, that's good. What happens is it's a we say it's a continuous of business is important here,
Hmm.
right? So in some case, if the on-site location is crashed, the second we should be activated immediately. So
Hmm.
for that, what we do is as you in a simple terms, so what Rajnikant explained, application is there, HTTP, Java is there, database is there, right? We all flip it to the COB site, meaning database, what DCDR you are seeing in the picture, they are continuously running behind the scenes to sync up. So database, suppose there is table A, it has 240 records. All the time in recovery also it will be 240. Means it will be continuously syncing. So data means DC and DR data will be same all the time. Okay. So when crash occurs online, what we will do is we will just flip the nodes. Application have Java nodes and all, right, in the
Hmm.
front end.
Hmm.
When you log into the server, JVMs are running
Right.
and all,
Right.
right? So when
Right.
it is cried, it is not running. So we will be flipping it, right? Flipping means there will be some networking task as well, where the different teams, SA team and all, points that port into the COB1. My application now, it is having a host name, www.abc.com. Internally, due to 3DNS setup, it will point to the COB1, which is like DR1 now,
Hmm.
right? If the first one is down. So internally there will be 3D separate. Whichever site is up, it will connect there. Try making connection there. And then database also, it will be manually flipped by the DBA team, to point it to the continuous recovery center,
Yep.
COB center. So that business is not impacted.
Yeah.
I will keep it short, but I can explain more. But that's fine. I
Yeah.
think it's a
Yeah.
clear.
Yeah. So in technical terminologies, this will called as a DRDC drill test. Means one tally they'll do down and they'll check each part, and you'll be also calculating this RPO and RTO, the recovery time in object and recovery time in point. That means how much the data loss is happening over there. If this would be happen in the business level, like that. And one more thing is like, so before you're going to do this, sir, so you'll be deciding that whether it is to be an active or active passive. That means, as sir said, like sometimes you want to use both into a sync and your request has to go here and request has to go here, like that. Or you want only all the request has to go here, whenever it is down only your request has to go here. Example, if you who are in the Hyderabad metro rail, our metro Uppal is a DC, Miapur is a DR actually. So they have all servers there. So that is a DC and this is a DR. So whenever your ticketing system something is not work from your DC, automatically switch back to the DR. So how these two things will be connected? These two things will be connected over the network and the cables like this. And this is over the private network with a VPN setup. So in the networking side, we don't need that much data knowledge here. It's simply we call MPLS, VPN, BGP. If you are connecting your data center with the cloud, maybe you're using site-to-site VPN with a direct connect, express routes and all. So I'll come to that point with the VPN concepts. But now, you see these two data center, one company will be not keeping one data center only, they'll keep multiple data centers. So handling these data centers is quite a headache to the customers. So they are moving into the cloud. Okay, they will move into the cloud. They are moving. Okay, AWS cloud, Azure cloud, or GCP cloud. Which is the best fit for you? Accordingly, your cost, mostly cost. Every cloud is performing same only. But comfortability manner and the customer usage manner and the high ranking, if you see, AWS is the good one, where you can check Gartner Magic report. If you type in the Google, it will open a this one. Yes. So always AWS is in the top actually. Then Microsoft, then Google. Always AWS will be in the top in this infrastructure as a service side. Okay. So that's why we will choose the AWS or Azure or GCP. It's okay. And they'll go and they'll try to do the migration. There are different types of migrations again. Okay. Lift and shift, recreate. These things will be there. So lift and shift means your data, whatever it is there, you're keeping it here and you're lifting and creating on the here. Okay. Or recreate, you're replicating entire things. You might be using DMS service in the AWS like that, and then you will move MGN agent and all, you will use them and you will move all your data from your data center to your AWS cloud. Why I am learning all this, sir? If some application is down where your ML model is using or an AI application is running, you are the person to troubleshoot. If you are not knowing about the IP address protocol, this website, HTTPS protocols, how this network connects and everything, no, I have to include many things now. Still, certificates, and I also tell you that OSI layers. I need to also tell you how the protocols will work backend, and I also tell you that how this web services will be running over there, and then your API authentication will be happen, the error codes and everything I have to teach you. Still there topic, but this is a foundation knowledge I'm telling. Without this knowledge, you cannot troubleshoot when you get a 400 500 error. So to understand that error and troubleshoot with your own mind without ChatGPT knowledge, ChatGPT will not tell you all this. You need to have your own knowledge to what to ask the ChatGPT at this point. So it will only tell you go there and do this. But going there and doing this is the right way or not. ChatGPT doesn't know. It never, nowhere how much AI intelligence is increased, but it will never give you the right answer. We should have our own things. AI is always fails at networking. AI always 100% fails at networking. So this is 100% true. So you need to know how to deal here. Okay, whenever some issues happen, most of the time this production support engineers know this pain. Even new every day the new issue will come. So they feel like, what is this? What's going on? They're not able to find out the where exact issues happen. If something is wrong, then it will be a big problem at the business side. So we need to have a right knowledge, because after in 1 year you are going to be AI monitoring and AI production support. Nowadays there is no production support AI jobs are there, but similar way how DevOps is turned, AI jobs also turns like that. Many people will maintain AI applications in the production. There is a separate team need to be needed. Now Anthropic is hiring some AI support production engineers. There, ChatGPT is there. The bigger companies who are selling their agents as a SaaS and selling to the users, they are having. But most of the companies not having, right? Because they are in a development phase now, creating the products, started selling. But after a year, if you see, you have to. They are only hiring in engineers to work in the production only again for the AI things. So we should have this knowledge, sir. Without this, it will be very hard to you. Again, you have to search for this kind of content and this kind of subject. You need to prepare. So this is a basic knowledge as of now. Next class, we'll discuss about the IP address. Deep dive. IP address, protocols, and OSI layers. This is important, sir. After that, we'll go with the Git things, Git configurations, code. So far, any questions, sir? Okay. Duration of this course is 4 to 5 months. 4 months is actually, but 4 to 5 months. And the timing will be 9:30 to 10:30 or also 10:45 in Indian timing IST.
Sir, what level will Python will be covered, sir? Beginner, intermediate, higher, advanced?
Intermediate level, like fundamental to intermediate level.
Mhm. So approximately how many sessions will be dedicated, sir, for Python?
For Python, week of time.
Okay.
Yeah, material and interview preparations will be with real use cases only.
Sometimes I may not attend the classes. I work in US hours, so
Hmm.
there'll be recordings, right?
Right. There will be recordings available.
Okay, sure, thank you.
Every class
Rajni,
after. Yeah, please.
you told na you will provide the script that we have to execute in the that terminal window.
I will provide in
Settings.json file.
classroom, sir. Classroom means
No, okay, okay.
who was enrolled, and I will be adding into the Google Classroom. There I will give the
Cool.
class notes everywhere. There I will pass. Yeah.
Rajini, just a question. Maybe it sounds really vague, but can we adjust some timings like before early or early morning? I'm just trying to see that is comfortable zone or not for everyone
I
based on the budget.
do have many commitments, and this is the only time for me. And after this also I need to connect to your client.
Oh, okay then. Then
Yeah.
no problem. I'll manage.
So yeah. And after maybe 1 or 2 months, it's possible I can shift, sir. But for now, 1 or 1.5 months,
Sure,
we have
sure,
to
sure.
practice.
No problem. No problem. Thank you.
Cool. If no questions, sir, we'll connect tomorrow at the same time. And if after our practical started, we'll be having a mentor. Any issues, just please raise in our WhatsApp. We'll respond over. We'll be having one separate WhatsApp group for enrolled students. Yeah. Thank
So
you.
from Thursday, the main class will start, right? That's the goal.
No, sir, the class already started. I'm going with the topics. Practice sessions, I will
Yeah.
start from tomorrow onwards only. But
Okay.
link will be changed from the Thursday. Like means
Yeah,
from
link
Friday.
will be.
Thursday until Thursday,
So,
the same link will work.
Mhm.
From Friday, it will change.
Sir, mentor
Yeah,
will be
okay.
available for one-to-one connect. So if you have any doubts or if you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
stuck anyway.
1-to-1, yeah. Mentorship is only 1-to-1 only.
Okay. That's fine.
And
Thank you
Rajni,
so much.
whatever the tools you told to install,
Hmm.
that we have to just install. There is no need to do any configuration as of now, right?
No, just install it. I'll tell the configuration part when the class going on. Just install it.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
So
we'll
most of the
install
tools are
it.
free, right, Rajni?
All the tools are free, sir.
Okay.
Only Killer Coda will ask you, but no need to pay. That is free only. It will show to pay and all, but no need.
Thanks.
So it's a weekly
Yeah.
5 days or 6 days,
It's
Rajni?
a weekly 5 days, Monday to Friday. But after few sessions, I will change it to the weekly 4 or 3 classes. In between, I will give assessments to complete.
Perfect. Yeah.
So what is the job designation that we are aiming to crack through this course? They're all AML jobs, if you ask me. All AML jobs, including your Gen AI. Sir, salary ranges in the abroad are huge and huge. People who are in abroad, you can answer this question because I'm in India right now. But as I see my students, many are there in the already abroad and they are every time connect with me for mentorship. And I see them, they are in well settled. They're having very good job opportunities in the USA, in abroad. And abroad in the sense again, not only the USA, UK, and also Malaysia, Singapore, Germany, Australia, and Ireland. I see from these many countries in Dubai also. In GCC countries, Dubai, so many opportunities are there and good packages. Good packages available. Okay. So thank you very much, sir. We'll connect tomorrow
Thank you.
at same time.
Thank you,
Thanks,
sir.
sir.
Good day, everyone. Thank you.